Oh!
That was a wild pitch.
Now Shelton wants the home plate umpire to maybe issue a warning. Oh, he's going to talk. They're going to see. This is interesting. They started doing this a few years ago. The umpires get together to decide whether to issue a warning or injection. And now McCutchen and Lopez are barking, and that's going to empty the benches. McCutchen hit a big home run off Lopez last year. Whether that has anything to do with this. Some milling around, a little barking. Usually these baseball scrums don't amount to much, although look at O'Neill Cruz holding back Tommy Pham. Tommy Pham doing some yelling now as he heads toward the dugout. And McCutchen understandably not thrilled with that. And then having words with Lopez. And now the umpires will finally have their meeting and make this decision.
Break. Cal Raleigh was making his way back towards the Mariners dugout, talking with Jose Barrios, and something was said. You can see Cal's palms going up, Barrios pointing. And then Alejandro Kirk and Malachi Moore, our home plate umpire, holding Cal back a little bit. So whatever Jose Barrios started talking about, Cal did not take lightly.
Let me be clear. If there is one person that is going to make everybody from the bullpen and everybody from the dugout come out, it's going to be Cal. If you want to pick a fight with Cal, you are going to pick a fight with the entire team. I mean, everybody came running to defend Cal. Not that Cal needs defending.
There's nothing that stands out about Cal's at-bat. He saw one pitch. It was the first pitch of the at-bat he had.
Carrasco's been avoiding it. Now he throws a changeup. Kjerstad does steal second. So Heston picks up his first steal of the year on a strikeout for out number one. And now a little dust up at second base. Carrasco's out there with Peraza and Volpe. Jorge Mateo getting in the mix. And the benches will empty. Here comes the Oriole bullpen sprinting in, led by Cianel Perez. Tony Mansolino's out there. Cedric Mullins trying to restore some order. It all started after the play.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing I could see Kjerstad going in hard, trying to get to second base.
Not going to mind his guys getting out there quickly.
Let's see what happened here. Ooh.
So Peraza landed on Kjerstad's head.
Yeah, and then gives Kjerstad a little bit of a right there, a little bit of a push. So I'm not sure, and that's probably what Kjerstad took exception to. Like, yeah, that's exactly what that was.
Good for
Reyes
Heston.
went, dust up. Well, you know, Kjerstad's already sensitive about his head after what happened last year, getting hit in the head against the Yankees. So he's a little upset right there with the push, and you can see, and good for him.
There's Mateo you're talking about. He was the first one.
Oh, count, but different this season.
Skubal ahead, 1-2. Swing and a miss, and he gets him high fastball. 2 down. Neto just couldn't resist. It looks like, he's talking to Skubal right now. Some words between Zach Neto and Tarek Skubal, who comes right back. And this is going to get everybody's attention. They just want to get Neto back. Ohapi is taking a little leadership right there, coming right out to Dingler, the other catcher, trying to settle things down. Let's not get the bullpens running out. Oh, here they come.
And the thing is with Skubal, we talked about him on the pregame show. Usually a pretty quiet guy, but he's been really emotional, and his stuff has been unbelievable. I think he's fed off his energy.
I mean, he saw the swing that Neto had against him the first at bat when he hit a home run. And then that at bat, he threw that fastball by him upstairs. It's just two competitive players. That's all it is. And the bullpen guys got their steps in.
And they're going to get them right back because they're getting ushered right back to the bullpen. Here's the look. Maybe Skubal said something. Neto looks out.
Like I said, Skubal is incredibly competitive.
I'm certain that they get somebody with the lip reading expertise, and they will break this one down. You better believe it. Two great young competitive ball players going at it.
Why are the umpires meeting right here?
Why do you think? They're going to issue some sort of
warning
issue.
maybe?
Would you issue warnings just because two guys being
Absolutely
competitive?
not. Absolutely not.
No way. Let them have some words. That's it.
Producer,
I was talking to the producer.
Ooh. He's darting inside.
Vargas has had a big series, thinks there was some intent there, but I don't believe so. Unless these guys have history.
JD and T-Mac, and as the inning came to a close, Justin Jersley steps between Vargas and Keller.
Warnings have been issued to both teams.
Yeah, it looked like Vargas may have said something briefly to Brad Keller as he walked by, and Brad just kind of looked back over his shoulder. And then I think the Cubs dugout may have said something, and that got Vargas further riled up. And then PCA came in to play peacemaker because he does everything out there on the field. Warnings have been issued now on both sides.
Yeah, you can hear.
3-2. And this one is hammered into left field. They're going to wave it O'Hearn. The throw is cut off, goes to second. Kobe Mayo, he's going to get caught up in a rundown. Tried to run into the fielder. You're not going to sell that one. This isn't LA, my friend. The run does score. And now Vargas doesn't like it. Here come the benches. The benches are clearing. Whoa, what is going on here in Baltimore? Kobe Mayo, who just got recalled today, he's trying to start something. I don't think he wants that smoke.
Bullpens coming out now from both teams from center field. Little Saturday in the park here at Camden Yards. Tempers flaring.
And look at that, Mayo, the first one to leave the pile. Isn't it funny how that starts? The guy who starts things off is the first one to leave the field.
Well, that might
make an exit in this one.
Right, that might
make your exit.
Be something to get this White Sox team, wake them up a little bit. You see, he clearly runs in.
Look at that.
That's way out of the line. That's a couple of steps on that infield grass. You can see Sosa saying, "What are you doing?"
Oh, and then Mayo pushes Sosa. Rojas says, White Sox sticking up for each other.
Yeah, boys are getting a little hot on the day game here in Charm City.
All right, we'll step aside and be back after this.
Pages gets hit. And look out there, Dylan Cease. And when you meet 7 times in 11 days, things will bubble up. Boys are ready. And he gets hit. All right, so that one's a little fishier. What do you think?
What do I think?
Yeah.
That's 100% on purpose.
Okay.
But that's one of the things. Look at the other night, or Tatis just got hit, right? And whether it's on purpose or not on purpose, you know, one of the things, and see, these guys all know it was on purpose.
Ouch. Well, the Padres, everybody get into the top step. And man.
I mean, he's got that wristband on to kind of soften the blow, but yeah, man, he's asking him, you know, what's the warning for?
4 batted in. Inching up towards 300. Oh, baby. Now 91.
So, look, I'm not going to try and defend. They're trying to go inside. You just saw the pitch to Muncy was in that same spot. Now that's a little bit much here. I don't think I can defend that.
And he hits him. A cutter. And Johnson in some pain.
It's got to look like maybe right on the knee.
Ricky Horta, the trainer out there for the Padres.
Oh, yeah. Cutter. Oof. Right on, square on the knee.
Oh, boy.
Oh. And now the bench is clear.
Oh, look at Doc going out there.
Mike Schilt and Dave Roberts trying to get at each other. We'll talk later, Dave Roberts is saying.
Yep. And that's not talking. That means in the hall. We'll see one another in a hall. Yeah, he's not afraid, Doc.
Well, we'll talk now.
Right now. Look at this. He didn't know where he was. We're going to settle it in the hall.
All right, guys, at this point, everybody's kind of standing around looking at each other.
Yeah, but when you're down there, it's not over and things are boiling. And this isn't one of those, hey, just get out there and hug one another. There's some real bad blood out there. There is. I mean, you can sugarcoat it all you want, but
Well, we've talked about it throughout this series. Talked about it going into it last week. You already don't like each other. You're going to see each other a bunch. The standings tight coming in. And it took all 7 games to get here. But this is not something that would have been hard to envision coming up, going into this whole thing.
I'll be honest, I feel bad for Jack Little.
I do too.
mean, I just feel horrible for him.
And, Tatis as well.
Yeah, you just hope that he's not. You hope that was a bat or the. I mean, look, I get it. If I'm Tatis, I'm livid right now. Somebody's paying a price. I mean, it wasn't intentional, but it's 3 times. Yeah.
Blake trying. Doc was saying we're good, and it bubbled out of him a little bit more. And now Teoscar Hernandez taking Mike Schilt. And if Teoscar Hernandez can't bring you back down to earth, I don't know if anything can. Mike, just look at this smile. Look at these teeth. How can you be mad? All right, so order restored here, and you just really hope that Fernando Tatis Jr. is okay. It's up there with all those small bones in the wrists and the hand.
And I get it. He's hot. I mean, he's.
Well, Tatis has been hit 4 times this year, 3 of them in these 7 games against the Dodgers. So again, no intent here. Guy making his major league debut.
And he popped up to the first baseman, first time up.
Got him again.
Oh, and Neto with words. Hunter Brown taking a step towards them, and now the bench is empty. Here come the bullpens, and Hunter Brown and Zach Neto having words.
Now, Hunter Brown is the ultimate competitor, but so is Zach Neto, and he keeps screaming right back at him. The bullpens are making their way in. We saw this at Dodger Stadium last night. I mean, that got him square on the wrist. Kind of similar to what happened to Tatis Jr. You never feel good when you get hit with a baseball.
No. What the ticks off another team more than that when your star player gets hit. You're right, we saw it with Tatis Jr. Right now, hopefully, cooler heads will prevail.
I mean, your normal reaction is you get hit, you're upset as a hitter. But when you see a pitcher coming down off the mound saying something, hey, you're right back at him. But like I've said, Hunter Brown is one of the most competitive pitchers, a young guy. He kind of reminds you a little bit of Walker Buehler.
Remember Neto and Skubal had this same situation, right? And then they both kind of tipped a cap towards each other and said, hey, okay, my bad, my bad. Everybody's going back now. But man, you see the fire from both of these competitors. But Hunter Brown escalates the situation a little bit.
And that's that sinker. I think this is the pitch that's made him better.
Saying that's twice.
There's a little bit of history there. And I'm sure there's going to be some warnings potentially, which for me is not right. Because he throws that sinker, that's the pitch that's really turned his career around, in my opinion. Granted, still, he's such a young pitcher, but he's walking right off this mound saying something right back at Zach.
Now you get all that adrenaline. Now you're Hunter Brown. You're dealing with 2 on. I'm sure he'll be able to find a way to settle in, but
Yeah, that's the way he is. I mean, you can see him right there. He's saying, you know what? I'm going to pitch inside. And Zach Nana goes, well, I don't want you pitching inside.
Hit the rookie Christian Moore, one of the first guys out there.
And pitch number 5 almost got him. Did it? It did. Contreras hit up and in. He's John with Palencia, who said, I'm not trying to hit you. He just brought the tying run to the plate. 13th time Contreras has been hit. He's aboard for the 3rd time today.
Well, you'd be upset too if you got 101 up there near the shoulder area. This one does clip him, even if it's a glancing blow. Let's see here where this ends up getting him. Off the right hand and then right under the chin.
So the Cubs are going to challenge to see if this ball grazed the knuckles. Contreras trying to sell it at first. The angle our great crew just showed you.
It's at first, 2 outs. 2-2. Struck him out. Ball game. Cubs win. Palencia finishes it off.
Oh, and now words. And benches are going to empty, but nothing's going to come of this. Jonathan Mota making his way all the way over to Wilson to try to play peacemaker, and calling Marmo or somebody said, I got it. Wilson had a little dust up with the Reds here a few days ago.
Had one with the Brewers.
He runs hot.
He does.
No doubt about it. And we'll see the Cardinals next weekend in Chicago.
Hit the ball hard, but he hit into a double play to end the pitch.
.95 on the hand. The Giants are getting fed up with this. It's been happening every night. Two-seamer, just a heat seeker, and he had nowhere to go. Got him right on the bottom of the left hand, and that is a bad error.
Park, but anywhere. Otto Lopez. That was thrown inside, and it hits Lopez. Now, after the game yesterday, Logan Webb came out and said, we have to do a better job at protecting our players. It's getting a little ridiculous. The umpires are talking about it. It was a pregame topic, and that's why they're getting together right now. That was way inside.
Here's the thing. With Logan Webb, when you say something to the media, well, guess what? The umpires are also reading what you have said. And when you say we need to do a better job of protecting our players, and then all of a sudden Otto Lopez, who has been having himself quite a great series, and that's going to be warnings to both sides right now.
And that's frustrating.
I love Clayton McCullough coming out right now saying this is absolutely ridiculous. Because here's the problem. They're getting mad at Calvin Fauché from last
He got
night's
thrown
game.
out. Clayton McCullough just got thrown out by Alfonso Marquez.
That's great on McCullough's side, because that's absolutely ridiculous. And Logan Webb has to understand that Calvin Fauché, the closer, in the last inning, is not trying to hit anybody. He's trying to get out. You going out there and kind of making it a thing where now Otto Lopez is getting hit by a pitch because of it.
Wilmer upset about something that somebody said, either the pitcher said something or he heard something coming from the dugout, but he doesn't get upset very often, and whatever was said sure set him off.
Well, it caused both pitches to empty and both bullpens to empty. And here's what happened. Wilmer is about as easy going as there is, and then something lit him up. Alfonso Marquez started to get in the way of it.
First of all, he's upset with the umpire at first, and then clearly somebody must have said something from the dugout.
So, everybody got to let off a little testosterone, bounce around a little bit. But fortunately, there were no punches thrown or wrestling matches. But it's great when you see the bullpen have to come all the way out and then all the way back. It's been that kind of game. A lot of emotion
here, and they have played very solid baseball. 0-2 on Jesus Sanchez. First-year skipper Clayton McCullough took over after Skip Schumacher was let go last year. McCullough we saw as a base coach for the Dodgers most recently.
And Sanchez and Herrera getting into it now. Benches are all empty. Jose Herrera seems very calm. It's Jesus Sanchez that was really barking, but Alex McKay is the one trying to calm down Jose. And now Alan Porter, the crew chief, steps in. They're coming in from the bullpens as well. Jim Wolf, the crew chief, with his back to you right there. Sanchez just going to step right back in the batter's box. Let's see if we can solve this puzzle. He might have got hit on the backswing with the glove. Sanchez seems fairly apologetic, but Herrera, I think, is telling him, you know what, I've kind of had enough of that. Alex McKay trying to calm down Jose. So it looks like Jose, Bob, may have generated a lot of that.
It was a big swing by Sanchez in his follow through. I'm not sure if he hit Jose or came awfully close to hitting Jose, but as you said, Jose,
he'll pull on you too.
And he just got hit for the 15th time. He's got a long look out at Pivetta. Diaz talking and walking Contreras down the first base line. Now the benches are going to empty. Contreras has been hit a lot.
It's the 15th time of the season. We talk about this a lot with Contreras. He gets pitched in. You have to be able to go in there at times, but you got to be able to control it also. Not happy. Catches him right there in that left forearm. Had some words for Pivetta. There's a good chance Pivetta had some words back. Well, these two teams are going to face each other a lot here in the coming week plus. Got some early fireworks here in game 2.
So now Alfonso Marquez talking with Mike Schilt and Oliver Marmol. We'll see if any warnings are issued here. I can't believe that there was any intent there from Pivetta, but that is, I think, a product of what you just said. Contreras has been hit an awful lot, and you can understand why he's awfully tired of that. Pivetta looking over at first base.
Yeah, look, you get both sides of it. You certainly get Contreras' side. Been hit 15 times now. Everybody runs it in on him. And from Pivetta's standpoint, get warnings on both sides now issued.
And Contreras gets hit. That's twice in the series. It's around the hand again, and he is about to boil over. Now the umpires are going to gather here. Contreras has been at the center of this storm twice. It gets him on the right hand. And let's see if the umpires decide to issue warnings again.
Well, he's frustrated just in general, obviously. You get hit 16 times, you're going to be frustrated. Vasquez, again, even after he buzzed the tower, he said sorry. He said sorry again after that. Sorry I get it. You're sorry. It's not the intent. It's the action of what happens. This fastball right there in on that right wrist, it looks like, of Contreras.
Sometimes a batter will draw that contact because they dive over the plate. This wasn't the case for Contreras. You could see, Brad, that sinker tailing in. He was trying
to. And he throws it Machado.
Here we go. Hits Machado. That was sort of predictable, I think. Yeah. Smelled that one coming. There's definitely warnings coming out here. There might be an ejection right here, honestly, because that looks pretty clear. You don't need to do warnings. Right. You got your star coming up to lead off the next inning after Contreras was hit. They throw at him immediately, and I think he should be ejected immediately. My opinion. Yeah, I agree with you, Don. That's clear cut intent right there. Can almost smell that one coming. Oh, handing out warnings. So no ejection warnings have been handed out now. You know, if you're going to look at a positive, obviously the Padres get a base runner, but that just grazed Manny, so didn't get him in a
little sophomore slump.
Bogart's only 6 homers. Oh! And now Machado takes a look at Granillo. He gets clipped for a second time. Machado's been hit by a pitch twice tonight. Those are the first 2 of the year. He was plunked only 1 time last year. Interesting, it's Contreras and Machado who are in lockstep heading toward the first base bag.
Well, again, it was earlier with Contreras, him getting hit. We had it with Pivetta yesterday. Machado is hot right there. That was 96 in on his hands.
Good work by Lance Barrett to explain to Machado. Obviously, for Granillo, there's no intention to hit Manny Machado, but warnings were issued, and if there's a discretionary call here, then Barrett and this crew could kick out Granillo. Now the teams separate. But you said it earlier in this series, there's a lot on the line for the Cardinals and the Padres. They're going to see each other a lot here over this 10-day period. And on a night where the on-field temperatures are at triple digits, the emotions are running just as hot.
Look, there's going to be some bad blood for sure this time of the season. A lot of uncertainty, to your point, Chip. These two teams are battling hard. Let's see what happens here. I don't know who Machado is yelling at there. I don't know if he's yelling at John Jay.
So we'll have a little delay here while the remaining relief pitchers saunter out to the bullpens. The umpires are meeting between the plate and the mound, and they will have to make a decision as to the fate of Andre Granillo. John King was up and throwing, but once the scrum ensued, he, like the others, came out to the field of play. So let's see what the fate of Granillo will be here.
Oh, he gets hit by a pitch. That got him on the hand. Right on the hand.
Ray Montgomery kind of barking toward the mound for a moment. I thought Armstrong was being intentional, but now Ray Armstrong, or rather Ray Montgomery, pointing over toward the Ranger dugout. Bruce Bochy wants to come out. And now some of the others are coming out as well. So the bench is clear in this scenario. After back-to-back Angels were hit by pitches, that's 4 times tonight. And Ray Montgomery is heated.
I mean, especially when you have back-to-back, if you can't pitch inside, the old saying is you don't pitch inside.
So the Angels and Rangers kind of gather around the umpires. Nobody really shouting back at Ray.
One guy's not coming out of the bullpen. That would be the guy you would almost want to come out of the bullpen. That would be Kenley Jansen.
Yeah, the bullpen's really unnecessarily running in as this thing's already dispersing before the bullpen's even got there. So both teams took the field. Although really the only one that had much to say there was the interim manager himself, Ray Montgomery.
Yeah, he's protected Mike Trout and obviously Zach Neto too.
And that's 4 hit by pitches in one game.
He runs it in there. He's throwing the ball inside, which in that spot there, you're trying to keep the batter away from getting that barrel on the bat, but right on the hand again. Rengifo got hit on the hand wrist area too. I mean, that's a dangerous spot.
Yeah, it's not that the Angels think that any of this is intentional, but really just saying, figure it out. If you're not going to be able to control the inside part of the plate, then don't go in there.
No throw again. Nobody there.
Yeah, that's interesting, right? It's not going anywhere. I know he's slow to the plate and maybe trying to slow him down, but he's not running. I also don't know if he thinks. I don't know if he thinks Trevor's trying to relay signs or sees a grip or something.
It was a timer violation on Narvaez, a violation on him that picked up another strike there.
Which is odd because Neris wasn't even on the mound. He was walking around messing with Story, so he balks on purpose. See, he wanted him to go to third that whole time because he thought he was relaying Neris's grip. Sometimes you can do that with split finger guys. You can really see when they dig in their glove and you can see the grip. So he didn't like that. That's why he kept going to the inside move.
Bounding ball deep short. Correa staggered a bit. He'll skip it over there. Made a beautiful play to retire the side. Red Sox pick up another run. 7-3 Boston at the end of 7.
Yes, I was worried about this. I knew he was going to be angry first with Trevor Story. But he started barking at Kyle Hudson here as he's coming off because Trevor was already gone. I had a feeling this was going to happen.
Yeah, benches are empty. Here come the bullpens too.
But guess what? That's part of the game. When you can see the grip in a glove, you see Kyle Hudson laughing it off like, hey, we're not doing anything wrong. So he kept going to the inside move with Trevor Story at short. Then eventually balked on purpose to move him over to third because a lot of guys that throw split fingers a lot, you can pick the grip out of their glove. This is not cheating. This is part of the game. If you don't like.
Ball 4. And Tommy Pham with something to say, I believe, at the plate. And George Springer and Ty France. Springer's actually walking Pham down to first. And we'll have to see what we can see on the replay to see what initiated all this as the bullpens are coming in. And Springer seems to be saying, I know. And I'm wondering maybe if Ty France played with Pham somewhere along the way that he got out there quickly to try to play peacemaker. But I don't know if Pham said something or heard something. Mark Ripperger is talking to Tyler Heineman about it right now.
It certainly looked like Heineman was involved. And maybe Pham misinterpreted something coming from behind the plate.
Let's look at some replays and see what we can see. This is ball 4. And maybe that, I think the bat flip from Pham probably irritated Heineman. And Heineman is saying, I'm not talking to you. Tyler Heineman clearly there
So I think Pham flipped the bat. Heineman said something, but not to Pham. Pham thought it was to him. And in my opinion, Heineman clearly is saying, I'm not talking to you.
Well, Pham needs to go to first base is what he needs to do. Not sure what was said, if anything. Whatever.
Right off the ribbon board, yeah, just about a foot from going in the upper deck, and then 93 coming inside and hitting Acuna. He is not happy with Ryan Gusto. And they're coming out of both dugouts.
Well, it never looks good right after a big home run when something like this happens, and Ronald clearly taking exception to it. And you understand why. Is there intent there? Probably not. But it's upsetting when you see one of your teammates hit a big homer and then the very next pitch you're getting pushed back and getting hit in the hand.
Now the bullpen's emptying out as well. You see the umpires all out there just trying to keep the two sides apart. Saw former Marlin Vidal Brujan also trying to be a peacemaker in between. And now both teams starting to recede.
And so because of that, now the umpires will get together and make a decision on whether or not they need to issue warnings. They probably will, because when you get everybody coming out on the field like that and that kind of reaction, you want to make sure you try to get ahead of any retaliation that might be out there, or at least on the mind of any of the Braves pitchers. But two-seam fastball and actually caught him in the elbow, not in the hand, but that ran in hard on Ronald Acuna Jr.
He's telling him you're crowding the plate.
Yeah, that, and maybe just the way that the arm movement starts a little bit, and perhaps that's what he's saying. Like, would it have hit Ronald otherwise? I don't know, and I don't think Ronald's necessarily crowding the plate, but that's the way that Gusto sees it.
I think Brian Snitker just got ejected.
He did, because he's probably upset that there was a warning issue. If that was the case, if that's what the decision was, they came over and they issue a warning. It's always frustrating for the team that is on the receiving end of the first hit by pitch, and then the warning is issued, because you have no shot for retaliation. It also puts Joey Wentz in a weird spot, because if he throws a pitch that's just a little bit too close, an umpire can misinterpret that the wrong way, and then he automatically would get ejected. Now, I think you saw Snit pointing to how big that home run was out to center field, and the reaction and feeling like they did not deserve to have warnings issued.
Waters, and Vientos is hit by a pitch, and the Mets have 2 men on. And fishing for marlin, fighting the big fish.
Yes, Hemingway-like.
And now we have an argument going on. Alcantara and Vientos jawing at each other after Vientos was hit by the pitch, and the bench is empty.
Vientos was incredulous that Alcantara had thrown in on him, and Alcantara was like, why would I throw at you?
Here come the bullpens.
I found it interesting that Nimmo was one of the first ones out there, because Nimmo got a little peeved when Alcantara quick pitched him. These usually don't turn into anything, but we'll see.
Yeah, but wake-up calls are sometimes a good thing.
Brings me back to 18 years ago. Marlins Mets, third base.
Big yellow Levo and Jose Reyes with Sandy Alomar Sr. standing in between.
Yep.
So that was fascinating.
Interesting. Lindor is talking to Alcantara. Here's the hit by pitch. Fastball coming in. It runs in. It clips Vientos. So Vientos with the stare, and Alcantara is like, what are you staring at? Let's go down to first base. What happens a lot of times, things are said like, I've gotten you out all day. You're lucky I hit you. Like, crazy things are said back and forth. Nimmo, I told you, he wasn't happy with the last at-bat he had against Alcantara.
How about little Javier Sanoja trying to hold back Alcantara?
I
know. Well, both dugouts have been warned.
Warnings are silly. McCullough's going to hate it. The manager of the Marlins. Umpires should just not get in the middle of any of this. They always legislate when it comes to this. Just leave it alone and make it worse. And McCullough's right, because this means if Alcantara, who's thrown a gem, his next pitch hits Beatty, they could throw him out.
Warnings have been issued to both teams. Warnings have been issued to both teams.
Silly.
Got paid. #1 in the sport. This ball is in the air to deep right field, and he's done it again. First inning home run last night for Devers. Freeland and Devers. Freeland took exception to Devers, and we're going to have both benches empty. And now Kyle Farmer's getting in there.
Oh, the Matt Chapman push Kyle.
We haven't seen one of these in a long time involving the Rockies. And you know what a fiery competitor Freeland is. He's a pro. And he's like, all right, I know you're good, but you don't have to sit there and dance going up the first base line.
It looks like Kyle's already been ejected from the game, so he's walking off with Clint Hurdle.
Matt Chapman looked like he came in the middle of that and pushed Kyle Freeland.
I don't like what happens. Because Rafi Devers didn't even round the bases. Willie Adames is starting
escalating again because Kyle said something to Adames. Adames started jogging over.
Adames was telling Kyle to leave the field.
Keep in mind, this is the top of the first inning.
Yes.
And this is a middle game of a 3-game set.
And you still have 3 more in San Francisco to end the season. Were they just pushing Kyle out of the way, or did they throw him out?
Well, I don't think he's thrown out because he's walking back to the mound.
Yeah.
But here's the deal. All 4 umpires get together and they determine who stays and who goes. So Devers, I think Kyle took offense to that because it was clear it wasn't near the foul pole.
No.
He was just watching it. Mark Hallberg tried to get him going.
See, there's
Chapman
right there. He's the one that, if anybody should get ejected, it should be Matt
Absolutely, he had no business there.
No, or pushing another.
And kind of from behind.
Yeah.
And then Farmer jumped in there. He's sprinting into the pack.
Yeah, you'd have to go back and see the contact again because Chapman.
I don't know.
Looks like he touches him and then Adames does it.
Why does Freeland get thrown out? To me, Chapman's got to go.
I don't think so far they haven't thrown him out.
Well, I mean, again, they take names and numbers.
Yeah, exactly.
When they just observe.
Well,
that's what umpires do. I mean, it's not 2 linesmen in hockey trying to break it up. This may take a few minutes.
This is where they should be able to go to replay.
Just very aggressive. Why is he pushing him?
Why is he? He should be.
And then look at. I can't tell. Someone else comes in.
This is where they should be able to go to video replay and look at it.
Phil Cuzzy's in the middle. Dan Bellino, the first base umpire, is the crew chief. And Dan's going to let us know. Well, first he's going to talk to Warren Schaefer, and then I'm sure he's going to go over and talk to Bob Melvin.
Well, Phil Cuzzy's going to do that.
The last thing you want, too, is to lose a starter 8 pitches into the game when he didn't do anything other than yell at Raffy to start running.
Well, now Antonio Senzatella, maybe the Rockies already know something because Senzatella's up throwing, which means that Freeland's been ejected. He just got called by Warren Schaefer. The only way that that's justified is you say, well, he took, 10, 12 steps toward Devers and was yelling at him, which initiated the conflict.
Right.
But he also walked away.
Due to their actions during the on-field incident, the starting pitcher is removed from the game, as well as Willie Adames and Chapman for San Francisco.
All right, so Devers stays in, Chapman and Adames are out.
Yeah, and they had to go. Chapman initiated contest, and Adames, I couldn't tell what was going on in the middle of it. He was very aggressive, but when it seemed to be broken up, he kind of ratcheted it up again. So here's Freeland. He's watching the ball. He knows it's out. And then he sees that Devers has only moved about 10, 15 feet. Run around the bases.
Here's Chapman. Oh, Adames is in there right in the middle, too.